Hey y'all, the leaves are changing and it is finally cooling down here in the South. Every fall, I have the best time decorating my porches for the season, but I always spend so much money doing it. This year though, I have done my research and I have found some really cool tips and tricks for still getting an Instagram-worthy pumpkin-lined porch on a budget. Whenever you're redecorating your porch, the thing you want to think about first is what's going to take up the most real estate on your porch. For me, that is this plant right here. So about a year ago, I planted these things before I realized that in the summer, these gorgeous ferns were going to take over all of this plant space. So in order to make my ferns grow properly and give these things all the things they need to survive, I'm going to replant them into pots and put them on my side porch and my front porch. My ferns are already starting to die because the cooler weather is coming around, so I'm gonna do them a favor and prune them so this will be a clean slate for some fresh pine straw, and I can get up this other Japanese holly for my front porch. I found these 2 pieces of garland at Hobby Lobby earlier this week. I tied them together. One was 40% off and the other one was 50% off. The thing to do whenever you go to Hobby Lobby, check their sales so you can make sure you get the most bang for your buck. Now I know money is time, but if you want to save some actual cash on garland like this, you have to put in a little bit of effort. So I'm gonna hop on my lawnmower and go to my neighbor's house. He has the biggest magnolia tree, and get a couple of clippings so I can add some fresh greenery in here to really bulk this up for free. The final addition to my swag is adding these seasonal pieces that I can easily change out come Christmas time. The main thing though is that every single thing was at least 40, if not 50% off. All right, let's get down to it. Pumpkins and mums, those are the staples for a fall porch. Here's what you need to know. Every year I spend oogads of money on pumpkins and mums, but this year I actually did my research. I found these heirloom fairy tale pumpkins, y'all, at Walmart of all places for around $5 a piece. Kid you not, this one was $3 and some change. Y'all, every year I spend at least $15 to sometimes $30 on pumpkins that look like this, that are maybe a little bit bigger. What in the heck have I been doing? That is ridiculous. These are going to look great and I didn't have to spend a fortune to make my porch look beautiful for the fall. One mistake I make every year is buying every color of mum in the rainbow. This year I decided to pick a color scheme that was super trendy with purple and dark maroon and also white, and only let my oranges come through in the pumpkins and some accent pillows. Since my front porch is so small, it doesn't need a lot. It's the perfect home for this Japanese holly that I dug up. And since I went super trendy on the side porch with the swag, I'm keeping it extra traditional on the porch with a standard boxwood wreath. Are y'all ready to see my fall porch makeover? a little bit of extra research, I was able to save a lot of money on my fall porch decorations this year. You don't have to be cheap to still be beautiful. If y'all have any ways to save money and still get an amazing Instagram-worthy porch, I would love to read about them in our comments on YouTube. And speaking of which, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to Southern Living on our YouTube page. But as always, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll see you next time on Hey Y'all. Happy fall, y'all.